There's a single line of code that tells me exactly how much you understand about what it is that you're shipping. It is not your algorithm. It is not your architecture. It is your import statement. Let me explain, but also you need to understand. I review PRs every day where developers treat TypeScript like a safety net instead of a communication tool. The code compiles, the test passed, and buried in the imports is a lie that nobody catches until the build breaks at 11 p.m. on a Thursday. Let me ask you something. If your build pipeline broke tomorrow because of an import ambiguity you thought was harmless, would you even know why? Would you even know where to look? The bundler handles it. That is not an engineering strategy. It is a hope, and hope does not ship products. We're going to fix this right now. By the end of this, you're going to see import statements completely different. You will see your code differently. We're moving you from writing scripts to engineering products. Before we touch syntax, we need to understand why this actually matters. I run this drill with every engineer I mentor because if you cannot trace a decision, then you do not know the decision. So imagine I'm speaking with a developer and the junior would say, I imported the user interface to check my types. My reply would be, so what? Why does that matter? And the developer would then say, so I don't make any mistakes accessing properties. Again, so what? Why does that matter? So the code is safe? So what? That is the bare minimum. What are you communicating to the next developer? Well, if I don't use import type, they have to guess whether I need that import at runtime or not. So what? How does that ambiguity affect the team? They waste time investigating. Or worse, they are afraid to remove it during a refactor because they don't know if it will break something. Keep going. What happens to the build? If we are using modern build tools like ESBuild or SWC, they process files in isolation. They cannot always tell if an import is type only, so being explicit prevents build errors. There is the value. We don't use import type to be fancy. We use it because professional code communicates intent. Your code is not just instructions for the compiler. It is a message to the engineer who maintains it at 2 a.m. 6 months from now. That engineer might even be you. Here's the fundamental truth about TypeScript that changes everything once you internalize it. TypeScript does not exist at runtime. It's a development time fiction, a set of rules and contracts that we agree upon while coding. When we compile, every type, every interface, every generic vanishes. TypeScript is a ghost. It does its job, then it's gone. The problem is that your import statements do not know this. So when you write a standard import, you are making a promise to the bundler and every future developer. I need this code to run the application. If you import a library just to use one of its interfaces, you are breaking that promise. You are saying, I need this at runtime when actually you don't. Now, let me be honest with you. Modern bundlers with tree shaking will often clean this up. Webpack, Rollup, Vite, etc. They are smart. They will usually remove the dead code. But here's what they cannot do. Prevent side effects. Some modules execute code the moment they are imported. CSS injection, polyfills, analytics, etc. If you use a regular import for something you only need as a type, that side effect runs. You did not ask for it, you did not want it, but it happens. Import type guarantees silence. Nothing executes, nothing runs. The other thing that it can't do is read your mind across files. Build tools like ESBuild and SWC process each file independently for speed. They do not look across your codebase to figure out this import is only used as a type annotation. That is why TypeScript has the isolated modules flag. It forces you to write code that will not break under this model. If you are not explicit, the build fails, or worse, it succeeds with behavior that you didn't actually expect. Another thing that it does, it doesn't give the next engineer confidence. When someone sees import type, they know immediately, this is safe to remove if unused. It does not affect runtime. I can refactor this without fear. A regular import does not actually give that detail or that signal. It forces them to investigate, to trace, to guess. Your code is a conversation. So if you mumble your imports, do not be surprised when the build tool actually misinterprets you. Speak clearly. Let me show you two developers solving the same problem. We're having an import with a heavy widget from a huge library and a function that validates and has a type of heavy widget. And there's obviously some logic inside. The coder sees green in VS Code and moves on. No red squiggles. It ships. The engineer writes it like this. Production-ready approach. We have an import type of heavy widget from a huge library. The function validate now has the widget of heavy widget. And of course, the logic inside. The engineer knows the heavy widget is not a contract. It's not a dependency. By adding type, they command the compiler, use this to check my work, then throw it away. Do not ship this to the customer. The difference is 4 characters. The gap in understanding is years. I even just saw a YouTube video the other day where someone was saying, you don't have to do this, it doesn't matter. You don't have to use import type. You do. Which one do you want to be? The protocol here is standard. We apply to every import. This is not a suggestion. This is how professionals operate. Before you write an import, ask yourself one question. Does this code exist when the application runs? If the answer is yes, functions, classes, object variables, etc., use import. If the answer to that is no, we're talking about like interfaces, types, type aliases, generics, use import type. That's it. One question, no ambiguity. Have a clear separation of concerns. If you need both runtime code and types from the same library, let's say that I'm using TanStack form for something, and I actually have 2 options whether you recognize this or not. We have option A, where we can have separate lines, maximum clarity. And let's say that we are using a use form from TanStack React form. And on a separate line, we can have our import type from the form API. The second option that we can do actually is inline type imports. So I can have my import and I can have my use form, and then next to it, I can have my type of form API. Explicit, clear, no second guessing in this regard. Both are valid. Both work with modern TypeScript. Choose based on your team's preference, but be consistent. Consistency is the thing that breaks or makes this. The point is intentionality. You are declaring, this is what I need at runtime. This is what I need at build time. There is no confusion. Enforce it with your toolchain. Do not rely on willpower. Willpower honestly fails at 6 p.m. on a Friday. Encode discipline into your system. If your code base is ready for strict enforcement, maybe you're using JSON compiler options, you can have a verbatim of module syntax being true. This is modern standard. TypeScript 5.0 and above, it forces you to be explicit about every import. No exceptions, no accidents. So if your codebase needs a gentler migration path, this catches the worst offenses without requiring a full rewrite. Start here if verbatim module syntax breaks too many files, then migrate incrementally. The goal is the same. Make the right thing automatic and the wrong thing impossible. Here's what I need you to understand. I do not care if your code works. I care if it communicates. Code that compiles but confuses the next engineer, it's a liability. Code that relies on the bundler to guess your intent is fragile. Code that triggers side effects you did not ask for is dangerous. We do not ship ambiguity. We do not ship hope. We ship intent. We ship products. 4 characters, type. That is the difference between code that runs and code that speaks. Stop coding for the IDE. Start engineering for the team. Commit your code.